Hey folks, it's Tommy Freakle Prepper. I'm just going to do a quick video um, here and just say, you know what? Like, if you're a mobile mechanic and you don't know what the frick you're doing, just stop. Stop ripping people off for their money. Just stop. Don't go out to someone that's got what's obviously an internal mechanical problem on their engine. Like, it's got a bad knocking, grinding sound when it turns over, and it's got a spark plug that's stripped out, and tell them they need a fuel pump, and then take their car, have it towed to your house, probably not even put a fuel pump in it. I didn't, probably not. And then give it back to them and be like, oh, it must be something else. I don't know. I got your money now. Screw you. Like, what is that? Like, these people just want their car fixed so they can drive it. And they need to know, like, am I dumping money in a dead horse? Or is this fixable? And or is it fixable but it's going to cost a lot to fix, right? And putting, there's just no way you listen to an engine that's making those kind of sounds and know you don't know that something major's wrong. You don't think fuel pump when there's a Schrader valve on the top to test the fuel pressure, and you don't even test to see if it has fuel. You don't even poke it with a screwdriver and see if some fuel comes out. I had one yesterday, Ford Expedition 4.6. One of the plugs is pulled out. It's a common problem. There is a kit to replace the threads on that plug, or you have to pull the head and replace the head. If it's too bad, you can't get the threads redone in it. But it's also, that engine now has some mechanical issues. Like, it's making loud banging sounds as it turns over and it tries to fire. I checked it. It's got injector pulse. It's got coils are firing. It's got fuel. It's just like it's out of time, or there's just something majorly wrong in the engine. The last mobile mechanic guy came and looked at it and said, "Oh, it must need a fuel pump." Charges him like, I don't know, $300-400. Put a fuel pump in it. I doubt that he ever did it, and he wanted it at his house. He didn't want to do it there, and then towed it back and said, "Oh, it still don't start. It's got something else wrong." That's just unacceptable. I get it. Like, you want to make some money. You finally got a customer, right? You finally got one. You want to make some money off of them, and can't really make anything. Tell them, sorry, you need a new engine, and I don't do engines, or isn't worth putting an engine in. You might make a little diagnostic money, but if you're good at what you do in this business, if you get good at diagnostics, and I'm not saying that I'm good yet, like, I'm better than I used to be, and I get better every time I diagnose one, but if you don't have some basic diagnostic skills, then get some. I mean, watch some scanner danner videos, learn some stuff, so that you can go out and just do some quick checks to make sure it's got everything it needs to run. It doesn't run. It's making loud clanking sounds. Like, it's got internal problems. It's got a dead hole from a bad plug. And you make the call, and you charge what you charge for the diagnosis. And you know what? If it's $20, it's $20. If it's $75, it's $75. Whatever you charge is what you charge. But you don't go tell them, like, it needs this other stuff that you may or may not even do, and then charge them the money and run with the money. That's just, it's wrong. It's dishonest. You're taking people's money when they could use that money towards getting another car, or getting their car fixed and fixing the right thing. We're not even talking about somebody that's just parts changing to parts change. Like, they don't know any better. They don't know how to test a coil pack, and they're replacing a coil pack, right? And it's not the coil pack. We're not talking about that. We're talking about just blatantly, I knew the first time I turned the key and heard that engine was gone. And he says it needs a fuel pump. It's just, I see this crap all the time with people. And it's like, do your diagnosis and be honest with your customer. Just be honest. And if you're honest, you'll just have never ending amounts of work. And you know what? If you don't know, you have to learn and try to find out how I'm going to test this, how I'm going to look at that, and then learn the theory of operation behind what you're testing and how to test it. And but at the end, if you still don't know, then you just say you don't know, and you let that one go, and you don't make any money. But you know, you get it to somebody that does know. Just be honest. Be honest. Tell them I think it might be this or this, but I can't do this test because I don't have this right kind of scope or tool or bidirectional tool for this. And be honest with them and be like, we can try this, but I'm not 100% sure. And move forward from there. Stand behind your work. When you do mess up, you make it right. And that includes, like, you made the wrong call. Like, it needs a fuel pump. And the fuel pump didn't fix it. You should eat the fuel pump. That's, you shouldn't make calls based off of a guess and then tell people, oh, I didn't fix it, too bad, I'm still keeping your money. It's just wrong. It's just wrong, right? Like, it's one thing if you really thought it was a fuel pump and you had done some tests, you weren't getting fuel pressure, you ran the continuity back, made sure you had good continuity through the fuel pump, and you did like a low test with a test light, make sure you got good ground coming through the coil on that pump. If you've done some things like that and it still wasn't turning, then you'd be like, oh, it needs a fuel pump, right? And that's one thing. And then you were wrong. You did a test wrong, or you did something wrong and you were wrong. That's one thing. But to just, tell people, make things up to take their money, not okay. It's just not okay. I see that so often in many things. I see that in electrical stuff that gets done at houses. I see that crap all the time, and I hope that karma comes back and gets those people eventually. I really do, because I hate seeing somebody that's put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars into a car that has a bad motor that's going to need swapped, and it's probably going to be, for a good used motor and swap, $1,100, $1,200, $1,500. And now they put $500, $600, $700 into parts that they could have put towards getting the motor done. That just, especially when it's good, hardworking people that don't have a lot of money, right? They work, but they don't have a high-paying job, and that's a lot of money to them. That really bugs me, and I guess I'm just out there trying to make sure that doesn't happen as much as possible. If I can come take a look at it. And get, a confirmed diagnosis for these people and charge them a reasonable fee for my time to come out and make a confirmed diagnosis. And then the ones that I can fix that are simple, like, it doesn't have any cam signal, let's find out why. Those ones are great. And I'm able to fix them without throwing a bunch of parts at it. And then there's going to be some that are just not fixable. And you need to just let the customer know that. And instead of trying to make something up, that you can try to get some money out of them first. That's just not right. And maybe I don't charge enough for my time. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I charge too much, sometimes I feel like I don't charge enough. Because on one hand, I'm maybe not charging enough by the hour because another place, another shop, another mechanic would have thrown a bunch of parts at it, and I found out exactly what part it was, and it saved them money, So maybe I should charge more for the hour for that. I don't know. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, keep making money, and when it's too big of a job for me to handle, like I don't do engine swaps and stuff, then send it on down the road. But at least they have a diagnosis. They know what exactly is wrong. So, anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. It's Tom, Frugal Prepper. Be happy, be frugal, enjoy life, ride lots of coasters. And, if anybody wants to come and cut my grass, My grass is like a jungle out here, man. I gotta get this stuff cut soon. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later.